Broke girl therapy. I know. I kind of wish I like waited. I got this like right when I moved in.
No, it's
on like Afterpay.
Oh, that's fine. Hey, you know what's so funny?
What?
Let's talk about rebranding of being poor. I would like to start the episode with that.
Rebranding.
The idea that it's called Afterpay. No, it's called layaway.
It's like layaway. It's
the gentrification of being poor is so funny to me now.
Yeah.
You know, I read an article that was like, you guys know that you can save $600 a month by air drying your clothes? You mean being too broke by owning a dryer?
Air dry. Could do it organically.
Yeah, exactly.
You could dry your clothes organically.
Like, yeah, bitch, I've been saving the environment.
Or just the fact that people are now like living van life.
My God.
I'm like, we're just like glamorizing like homelessness.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you trying to?
We're gentrifying like homelessness.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Could you imagine some homeless person seeing a van life being like, bitch, you want to be me? Like, what is it's I don't know. It's
like a luxury van. It's just like, what the fuck?
The layers of it. I mean, honestly, I did have a uncle friend, you know, one of my dad's like friends who used to be like, man, camping is one of the most disrespectful things to do to a homeless person.
Honestly, it really is.
He's just like, I don't get it. It's just like cracked him up. He was just like, you're gonna go pretend that you don't have a home and go lay
on the ground.
I get being in nature. Don't come for me in the comments being like, what about nature? No, I get that. But this idea of, I don't know, it cracks me up. But this Afterpay, I see it all the time when I like.
Or Affirm.
Yes,
Affirm.
Klarna.
Girl, I use all of them.
You know what? I think the next place that they should try to gentrify is like the money trees. You know what I mean? How are rich people going to be like, pay me to cash your check? Like, what is the next version?
Yeah,
God, I'm gonna give a billionaire.
Is the next version. But I'm glad that they have that because, like, it was like embarrassing to do layaway. Like, there's no layaway anywhere. Now you could do fucking Afterpay at Sephora.
Yeah,
get all your stuff.
I'm all for it.
And pay it later. You know,
I'm all for it. I just think it's so funny.
It's
because
so
I'm
funny.
like, oh, now it's okay. Now it's okay, I guess. Or, you know, it's because we're all broke.
It's the economy. It's really smart to get people to fucking shop because we are all broke. We're all going through it.
America chooses poverty every morning. Like the rich like us where we are. Oh God.
I mean, we could go there, but
I think it's because we're trying to avoid the emotional stuff. You and I are like, well, I'm going through it. You're not really going through it. You're beautiful and fine and gorgeous.
I mean, like, I go through things, but I guess my biggest thing is like money, but that's like always everything. Money. I know. I just, you know, I know I make money. I'm so grateful that I make money with the show, but I'm just like waiting for the time where I just make like minimum $10K a month.
Yeah. Ooh.
And just be like settled, you know,
I was just
and not have to like, you know, I'm asking just for $10K. I would love $100K a month. 1,000. Oh, she chose you. I would love $100K a month. That's definitely a goal. But my next goal is like just a minimum $10K.
I was about to ask you, what do you think your like what I always call calm amount? Not your like, you know, millionaire amount, which is you said $100K.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, what is the
10K
amount?
a month is my. I mean, I know I could. Obviously, I've been surviving on less, but like,
come in here, child.
I would love like that's when I feel like okay, I could like. I can relax a little bit, you know?
You could be Junie in my lap right now.
Yeah, like she doesn't even have to, she's not thinking about it.
Dude, I don't know how to, like I'm trying to stay so calm right now.
It's because she knows you're going through something. Usually she knows.
I thought it was because I smelled like bats and she was
that
like,
too.
I'm going to terrify this dog that you have to go home to that's going to smell this cat.
No.
But she knows that I'm going through something.
She knows you're going through something. Hold on, I'm going to fix this. No, you're fine, actually.
Wait, am I quiet for once?
No, you're good. You're good. A little bit, but it's because you're kind of quick. You're not talking your regular
loud
volume,
voice.
But
isn't that funny? I'm depressed, and so then I just get like really low and quiet. It's kind of weird, right? You even said it. I looked weird, didn't I?
No.
Or different?
No, you just look sad.
Oh, that too.
Like I was just like I was like, oh, okay, she's going through something.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. But you look like you, just like you, sad you.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what's happening. Oh, rip the label off.
But anyways, let me plug
yourselves.
It's so funny guys. When I say plug yourself to like new people because they get a giggle.
They get a giggle.
They're like
out
ha
of it.
ha ha ha. I'm like, You're so new.
You don't understand what we're going through. Oh, sorry, that was crinkly papers.
Okay, well, hi.
You should have butt plugs. I'm sorry. That say plug yourself.
Oh my God, I should.
Why is this the first time that this has
I've
ever
ever
happened?
thought of this. Yeah. Okay, well,
no,
coming
trademark.
soon.
There you go. Bro girl therapy.
Bro girl therapy. Stay tuned for that. I'm actually, because I know where to get butt plugs, like wholesale and to customize. What the fuck?
You need to have one.
I'm gonna make this tomorrow.
Plug yourself. And then have it's click and subscribe below. Like have the link underneath my TikTok video.
Oh my God, wait.
That apparently goes viral and then people will buy butt plugs.
Oh my God, stop. Okay.
That's great. You can also have a bunch of butt plugs that say like stick up your ass or something. Stick this up your ass,
Stick it up your ass.
Plug yourself.
Plug yourself. That's,
you could also make gag balls that say that too. Bitch.
I need to do a sex toy line.
I think one day,
I know. I think one day when I like have monies, I'll for sure have a sex toy line.
Dude, a sex toy line called.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
I know. I don't want that out.
I don't want people.
Take that. That one's for you. Don't.
That one. Okay. No, but like.
Hello. Plugs. I know. Yeah. Hello. Hi.
Hello. Okay. Hi guys. It's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Bro Girl Therapy. And guess what?
What? My water looks
got
ugly
Rose back on the pod.
I know, it's been a while. We always say that.
Okay. Well, technically this is coming out in a couple weeks. So the one with the twins is out.
Oh, yes.
And this is going to come out right after that. So they've had you twice in a row.
Fun.
But I wanted that to happen because we haven't had you on for so long.
I know. And there's no excuse. Honestly.
There's no excuse.
You live here now.
Yeah.
I've been living here.
I know. I mean, you'd always travel. So I feel like that would be an excuse. But I mean, I live here now. So it's flexible. I'm like, come as you are whenever. Yeah. Before it was I'm on a time crunch. Here's a link. Pick a time.
Exactly.
And now I'm like, come.
And that was, we were just talking about the difference between anxiety and depression. It's anxiety is we have to get the schedule.
Right.
What are we going to be? There were things. And depression's I don't want to do anything.
I don't want to do shit.
Don't make me choose.
I was depressed yesterday.
How was that?
Well, I want to know if I was depressed. It felt like depression. It was because I took a COVID shot the day before. And they the cloudiness and you feel sick afterwards. I felt really sick. Not that I felt sick, sorry. I didn't feel like I had a fever or a cough or anything like that. I just felt so nauseous.
That makes sense.
And sleepy. Mm-hmm. So I slept the whole day. And when you sleep too much, you're just feel.
Oh, you get sick.
I got so depressed. I was I hated everything.
Oh no, that makes sense. I mean, that's the annoying thing about everyone should get boosters. But the annoying thing about the booster is that the vaccine has a little bit of the disease or sickness in it, so that your body knows how to build those antibiotics and stuff. So a little bit to help you fight it. But that doesn't mean it doesn't come COVID depression. The second time I got COVID, I was I want to die. It reeked through my body. It ran havoc. Yeah. And so it really does.
Actually, every time I got COVID, I was honestly fine. I don't want to jinx it now.
You're so well. You got your booster. You're fine.
I got my booster, but I've had it twice now, and every single time I was just I don't feel anything. One of those people.
Wow, that's so nice. The first time I had it, I didn't really feel anything because I had it when I was on vacation, and so I just thought I was tired because we would leave the Airbnb at 3 p.m. and not come back until 3 a.m. So I was I'm just tired. No. But the second time I got it, it ran through I was my teeth hurt. Oh my God. I was in so much pain. I just was this is the worst feeling in the entire world. And then my doctor was oh, you don't need to get the booster because you have the strain. You are the booster. And I was sick. You are But everyone should get it.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly didn't care to get it. I know it's fucked up, but I'm traveling. And so I felt that's fair. And my my stepmom, she gets sick really easily and has an autoimmune disease. So I was okay, in this circumstance, for sure. Because other than that, it's I don't really go outside.
Yeah. No,
I really don't go outside.
It is becoming, which is so sad because it's like it shouldn't take away what COVID was when we first experienced it, but it is becoming like the flu, where it's like you should just get your flu shot. And I'm one of those people that's like, I just grew up. I think there's honestly two types of families. There's the families that like get the flu shot every year, and then there's the family that just doesn't. My family was the one like, we're too broke to be sick, so just get the fucking flu shot, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like some families are like, we're not broke, but we just also don't get sick or don't get the flu shot. It's just like how you go about it. But I'm such a booster girl. I
booster
love
baddie.
Booster baddie.
Booster baddie.
Give it to me. Oh. I just am like, please. Stick something in me,
Yeah. Stick something in me. I need to feel something.
Oh, that's why I get so many tattoos.
And I felt it the next day. But
was your arm sore?
It's better now, but yesterday it was so sore. I was like, ugh, it was so dramatic.
Gets into your muscle?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God. I was in so much pain, you guys. I was glad you canceled for yesterday because I was like,
oh, good.
I would have not been able to do the show at all.
Oh my God. She's so comfortable.
I know. Doesn't it feel good when a cat chooses you?
It does, because they are serial killers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
and she's like wagging her tail, and like she's letting you know how much she loves you. That's her tail telling you that.
I know, and I'm trying so hard to stay calm, but I won't lie. I did have to like detach one of her claws.
Oh yeah, no,
because I had to be like, okay, you don't love me that much.
Yeah. Her claws are hella thick.
But she's good. But I'm glad that she's helping me. God, she is telling me that it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be fine. I'm just so sad. And Junie's making it so much better.
You want to talk about it? No.
All I'm going to say is that friend breakups suck. I just want to ask
because I know they're thinking it, but you could say no.
All I'm going to say is that friend breakups suck. Friend breakups are the worst fucking thing in the entire world. There are not enough resources out there to, we were talking about how I really love that apparently I have this, I guess like, reputation, and also like this the people think I'm such a great friend, which you told me that, and like made me really cry and everything. So it's just really sad right now because I feel like I the full story, and a lot of people know the full story, and they keep telling me it's not my fault, and it's not me, it's definitely that person, but I can't help but feel like I failed as a friend. Like I know that I am a good friend, and this is someone who doesn't feel like they're choosing to believe made up things about me, and they're choosing to believe really fucked up things and will not talk to me. And it's driving me crazy, and it's making me really, really sad and question myself. And I already don't like parts of myself. So it just doesn't help that this is added on. And I know I have so many amazing friends and so many great people. I have you as an amazing resource and just human. And I'm so thankful for you, but it sucks.
It hurts.
We
talk about friendship breakups. I want to talk about friendship breakups more and more on the show and like normalize it, because like it is a thing, and it's a thing that no one really talks about.
Because how do you talk about it? You know what I mean? Like there's so many movies about breakups. There's so many books about breakups.
Yeah.
Like a friend breakup is just so, how do you dissect like nearly 10 years of friendship just gone? And this is my third major friend breakup.
And friends usually last longer than relationships.
That part, they help you through the relationships, And so it's just like, this one's devastating to me, because I just like, I know that this person's really hurt right now, like really genuinely going through something, and it will talk about me to other people, and will talk around me, but won't talk to me. And I have to.
Do you think maybe they'll like be ready one day? Just give them the space and like, just like, I think almost make them miss you in order to like.
I mean,
and not just give them space just for that, but just like, give them the space to just like not feel like overwhelmed. Because I think sometimes people like they become so avoidant because just like they're not good at confrontation, and they just want to like run away from the situation. But a lot of times they just need the space to just like process it, because people process things so differently,
Yeah.
And it's just to give this person some benefit of the doubt, I guess. I mean, I don't really agree with how they're treating you at this moment. Of course, I'm like Team Rose all the way every day, no matter what. Even if you're in the wrong, you know, like I'll still be Team Rose and be like, hey, like maybe this is because of this or whatever, you know. But I don't know. I just like, I guess to give them a benefit of the doubt is like maybe they just, whatever they're processing for whatever reason, even if it is false, just give them that time to just like deal with it, you know.
Yeah, I know. I want to give him that space. I really do. It's just hard because it is that idea that like when you break up with, we talked about this before, when you break up with a significant other, it's just kind of like there'll be someone else, but like friends are just so rare, especially good ones. Yeah, you know. And right now this person is not acting like a good one, but part of me is also really sad that the way that they're treating me right now, which I know is not fair and is low key abusive. Like you've seen the text, you've seen like how it's going, how I'll still forgive them.
I know, because that's just the type of person you are.
And I don't know, and I know I wish I was meaner. I really do.
I know.
I remember I told you when Danny did my star chart and he was like, there's not a mean bone in your body. And I was like, not even on my Sagittarius side. And he's like, absolutely not that. You know what I mean? Like, I just really hope that if anything, we could just get to a place where we can just, because we have to exist in a very, like, I have to exist with this person in a very rare circumstance.
Yeah.
I just hope that I can get to a place with this person where it doesn't affect everything else around me. And also, more importantly, it doesn't have to involve anyone else. Yeah. I think that's why I'm being so secretive and cryptic right now, is because this person, they're also not going to listen to that podcast. No offense. It's just because they're corny.
I got it.
They just don't understand good podcasts.
They just don't have good taste.
Yeah, they just don't have good taste. It's totally fine.
That's right, yeah.
But, you know, it's just great. But I'm only talking about this because it's always for the listeners. It's always for that one person who is like, this happens to everyone else. Like, I'm not alone. Like, I'm not alone that a friend just kind of, your friend that ghosted you for decades, you know? And this idea that you're not alone if a friend just suddenly is like, not you. And it hurts. It really hurts.
It hurts the ego.
It hurts the ego. And it's just heartbreaking because I just wish I could be there for them.
For the way that you made them feel, for whatever reason that they're not letting you know.
Exactly. For whatever reason and anything. So,
and that's how you know, like you are a good friend. And that's a reminder to yourself, is like the fact that I care so much is, like the ego's involved, whatever, but it's because like you cared about the friendship, you know, and like you would have handled things differently, you know? And so, like, I know that we could like blame ourselves and like what could have done differently, or maybe I'm just like a person that's just very difficult to be with. Like, I think that we've all felt that about ourselves.
Yes, you just go through that laundry list
and of you're just like, but we all have dirty laundry.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
And
we
like,
all do.
Even if you've done all your laundry, there's still that pair of clothes that you're wearing. They're like, oh, well, this is the next fucking set of dirty laundry. Like, shit. It's you know, it's just inevitable.
It is. It's just hard because it's just like, you know, there are like, the thoughts in my mind are already really fucked up and dark. Like, what I think about myself is already dark. So when a situation like this happens, it just makes it darker. It just proves that voice right. And I'm already battling with that voice like every single day. You know, I was talking to my mom as I was driving here, and she was like, you know, that I don't think that's a thing that people believe or understand, is just like how dark my thoughts actually are. I mean, it's I don't like it about myself, and I'm trying to like work around it. So when you go through that laundry list and you have someone that's just like, nope, not you, that you love and you trust,
that laundry that you were hiding, you know,
and you share that with someone, and you hope they don't use it against you, and then it feels almost like they're using it, like it feels almost like they're using it against me. Where I'm like, I'm trying to be as honest with you and as possible. Like I'm trying to be as honest with this person as possible. Like where I'm like, I don't know what I did. This person has just completely ghosted me. They have not talked to me in 6 months. I don't know what I did. And I was just like, for whatever I did, I am sorry. I'm genuine. I don't even need to know what it was, but I genuinely am sorry if this is the reaction you're taking.
Because their feelings are valid.
Their feelings are completely valid. And I'm just like, but I want to know, is there anything I could do to fix it? And just a simple no would have been fine. This person is just like not completely cutting me off.
It's so crazy.
No
how
explanation.
Some people can be that avoidant. And it's so like hurtful. You know what's weird? Like, I don't know if this is what your friend is like, but I remember Morgan used to do the same thing to me. Like, he would do it in a way that was like punishment. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm not gonna let you know what I'm mad about, but you know I'm mad because I'm ignoring you. I'm not giving you what you want, but I want you to sit with yourself, almost like a punishment to figure out about your actions and what you did wrong. And I think that that's like,
it's cruel. Abusive. It's abusive and it's cruel.
It is, yeah. And I'm not saying that that's what this person's doing because I don't know them, but I remember, but just the feeling, I think, of just like someone ignoring you, especially when it's like, wait, I thought we were great friends, you know, and to just not give you a reason, especially when like the last time we saw each other wasn't a fight.
No, we ended on good terms.
Yeah.
It was a funny, like, ha 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 ha, like meme texting situation.
Yeah.
And I think what also just irritates me is that it's obviously bleeding out into other relationships. This person is talking to everyone else around me, but will not talk to me. And I'm like, I can't, and it's saying things like, Rose needs to fix her drama. Rose needs to fix herself. Of what? I don't know what I need to fix. So you just don't like me. And that then if that's the case, I'll have to come to terms with it. But it's just, I'm asking for closure, and I know that's not fair. It's kind of selfish to ask for closure. It is. It really, it is. I'm going to own it.
It's okay to like want that though, you know?
I guess I'm trying not to feel. I think I just answered it. I'm trying not to feel. I'm just really, this person meant a lot to me. Yeah. And I felt like I got very close to them. Sorry. Because you're a sensitive, sweet little person. So
sensitive, yeah.
You know?
I don't like to see you sad.
Oh, thanks. I know.
But I'll cry with you. And thanks. I love a good cry. You know?
I know. I gotta like, I do love crying. I don't know. And I'm really sad. And this is, I don't want to make this person feel bad. I'm not trying to make this person feel bad because I'm sad. I just would like to make this person feel better. Yeah. And it's a selfish want. I get that, but it's hard.
Yeah. It's okay. And like, I feel like also everything today, like I think something obviously happened today that like, you know, sparked up these feelings. So everything right now is like very fresh.
Yeah, they were shit talking about me to someone else and sent it to me instead.
Oh, I was gonna like tell the
details. No, I was gonna. But I mean, but that's the thing. But that's why I'm like, you know, that's what it was.
Yeah,
they were shit talking about me.
Like, everyone's worst nightmare, and they sent that.
Exactly, and they sent it to me subconsciously
because the universe got.
And
your
I
back.
just my response, and you know, my response was just, wow. Like I didn't know what to say. And I just, it felt as though, I mean, look, I know I use humor as a defense mechanism, but I literally did feel like a Mortal Kombat. Like I felt like someone just like took my spine out of me and was like, finish her. Like it just destroyed me. Back. I want to find it. But yeah, it just destroyed me. And I'm just in this weird situation because I know this thing. Like I know, and they know because I responded just like, yeah, it's so weird. It's the whole thing's a,
I'm sorry.
It's a weird mystery. Yeah.
Well, something my dad used to always tell me. I know it's the most cliche thing ever, but he always says, "Time heals all wounds."
It's so true.
So
it's so silly because
time,
it's so true. I know. I know. It's so true. It just, I feel like when it comes, yeah, I just feel like it just feels different as we get older because we just don't have as much time on this planet.
Yeah.
And I know time will heal it, but I don't want to leave this planet. Like,
yeah,
you know, with even as much as I like love this idea of just, you know, me dying and like going up, descending to like heaven or hell, I don't know where. And I'm just like being like, fuck you to all my haters. Like, I'm not going to be that person. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't be that person. Yeah. You know, there are vile human beings. Like, fuck my rapist. That guy could just die tomorrow. But in this sense, even the friends that I have broken up with or have broken up with me, I don't want there to be any ill will. Just, hey, we can't have this form of communication. We can't have this close of a bond.
Yeah.
But just exist.
Oh, it sucks. And I was like, I hope I never lose you as a friend.
No, we won't.
But I know. We'll be fine.
We've been through a lot.
We've been through quite some
things. If Morgan can't stop us, no one can. Honestly, that motherfucker tried.
If a toxic ex-boyfriend can't stop us, I think we're good.
I mean, we're good. We survived that shit. That man thought he was Thanos with his snap, and I was like, I'm still here.
Like, he really tried to break us up.
Yeah.
He really thought.
He couldn't do that. I mean, the only person that would probably break us up is Junie, just because she terrifies me. But, like, now we're besties.
I know, but she's in a good mood right now. She's not, like, in her hut mode. She was, like, in her sweet mode.
I do love that she does well with other people's sadness. That's very sweet.
No, she's very. That's what they say about cats. Is like, or I think just pets in general.
They be knowing.
Like, and cats are very healing. Like they say, even like their purrs, like the vibrations, like
these vibrations. Yeah,
like just like take it all in because it is really healing. Sometimes when she like purrs, I try to like breathe the same as her. Because they tell you, I don't know, that's like so cheesy.
No, it's not.
But I remember I did like horse therapy. What is that called?
Oh,
I did an episode and I really should have put it out, but I'm kind of struggling with it because I hate the way that I look. But I did a horse therapy where I literally went to a fucking thing.
Like Aquarian?
Is that Aquarian?
Aquarian. Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Aquarius on a horse.
Yeah,
okay,
cool. On a horse. Yeah.
But wow, what was okay?
It's actually a really great episode. And
put that episode out because, like Brian said, don't look at the
really huge.
No, fuck that shit.
I hate the way I look.
You don't look huge.
I know.
Remember, we're not gonna do that.
It's with Nicoletta. She's a therapist, and she was like guiding me through this relationship with the horse. And one of the things she said that was like a part of the healing process and also being one with the horse was like breathing with them. So I do that, like you're like holding on to them and like they'll try to even match like your energy too.
Wow.
And so it's like horses are really powerful. I feel like you should probably try it. Like I feel like you would.
I am allergic to horses, but I'll do it for the. I'll take a Zyrtec.
I'm allergic to everything too.
I was like, I'll pop a Zyrtec for the horses. There is that sounds really just. I mean, they
like
are
being one with it.
Mythical beings
for sure.
They're like dinosaurs. It's like what is that?
That's why it's a form of therapy.
Yeah.
Because you're like one with them, and you learn a lot about like your anxiety and your patience, having to like do certain activities with them. Anyways, so that's what I do with my cat.
I love that.
So when she's like purring or she's like on my chest, I try to like breathe with her just to kind of feel more connected and like use it as like a healing because it is really comforting, you know? So maybe do that with your dog.
I know. I mean, well, I know. Could you imagine? She's a little wiggly piggly. I mean, she did know something was up today though. Aww. Because she did come like sit below me. She wouldn't like when I went to go pick her up, she was like, no, like I'm sitting here, is that not enough, woman? And so I just dealt with that. But I do think that she knows. I think she's a lot better when she's sleepy because she always knows when I have a nightmare because she'll come and jump on the bed and she'll like nestle up with me, which is really nice.
They just be knowing. They're connecting to you, you know?
I mean, they're the best. We need more pets and less people.
I need more pets.
Well, yeah.
And a baby, but Brian won't even let me get any of it. Not even a pet.
Wait, whoa. I'll talk to him about the pet.
Yeah. I was like, maybe like one more cat so Junie's not alone.
Yeah. You know? Why is he against that?
He was against that.
Why?
I don't know. We'll talk. Yeah, because I was like, we already had like 2 animals before. I was
gonna say, me and Brian, after we had a Korean barbecue that night, me and Brian, we're like homies.
Yeah, no, he loves you.
I love him.
He's like, because when you came over, or when you were supposed to come over the other day, I was like, oh, Rose is coming over. If that's okay? He's like, that's fine. Rose is my friend.
I made it. Oh my God, no, that's my guy. I'll talk to him. We'll talk it out. Because I did have the intervention with. It was, you thought the tag team was going to be me, you, and then I was like, no, Steph, don't have a baby yet. And he was like, that's my friend. That's what I think solidified me.
You're like, fuck them kid. You know,
I'm also like, fuck them kids. Sorry. Fuck them kids. Honestly, fuck them kids. One of my oldest friends, though, Kia, she is pregnant, which I'm really happy about. And I'm like, oh my God, she will be an amazing mom. And I get that. What? Yeah, but she's pregnant. But I was like, fuck them kids. Like, I was like, also like,
you don't think I'll be an amazing mom?
I think you would be an amazing mom, but you're not pregnant right now. That's my other thing. Don't. You're going to be an amazing. Wait, I'm sorry. Rewind. You took me calling someone else who is currently pregnant. Because it's not like, but I'm reassuring her. Because I know she can't have an abortion. Like, she's got to have the kid. So I'm reassuring her to let her know. She's going to be a great mom. Once you're pregnant, I'm going to be like, bitch. Hey, I know that I'm anti-kids, but I'm going to be pro your kids. I know that I'm going to be pro your kids for 10,000%. But I just know this is your kid right now.
I know.
And you know that when we broke it down, the science and the timeline of when you should have kids, you were like, that seems doable.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, logistically, my brain is like, of course, you're not ready. Like, just wait a little longer. But then my, like, hormone, like, I can't help but, like, there is this thing inside me that's just like,
I get it.
I want to be a mom, you know?
I wish, hey, maybe you need to give some of that to me because I don't have that.
But it's okay. You don't have to have that. Like, as women, like, we don't have to have that feeling, you know? And it's okay when you do. Like, it's fine. Like,
but you will be a great mom.
I know I will. I was just kidding with you. Okay. I like your nails.
Thank you so much. Sam, paint bar.
Aw.
But no, you will be a great mom.
I think you'd be a fantastic mom too, whenever you decide to, if you ever want to be.
Yeah.
No pressure.
You know.
You're already a great, like, dog mom.
Oh, I love that thing. I love her.
Even though she loves to hump everything. But it's okay. You, like, embrace her sexuality.
You know, I don't shame the hump. There are a lot of times where I'm just like, oh, fine. Here's my arm. Just, like, get it over with. I just don't like it when she smells it. Like, when she humps my arm and then she tries to smell it, and I'm like, I'm not, see, it's just weird.
She's like, let me smell myself.
Yeah, just want to smell. I'm like, you're fine. Like, that's the only part. And, like, you know, she'll hump her toys, and that's okay. But, like, when she, like, smells.
And she's fixed, right?
Yeah. But it was because, you know, she was born with that weird, the swimmer's disease, because that was her, that's why her, like, litter was left on the side. That's what they think. Her litter was left on the side of the road because their bones didn't grow in properly. And so that's why when she sleeps, her arms are always straight out because they had to use like little popsicle sticks to like help with her legs and stuff.
I know. Went through that?
Bats went through that. And so she had this weird thing called swimmer's disease that some dogs have where their like arms and legs don't grow in properly. And then over time they do. And so she like... because of that, they were like, oh, she has like a weird heart murmur, so you have to wait for her to be a little older to get fixed. And so then
Rocky had a heart murmur too.
And so then, like Rocky, you like have to wait. But the thing is, I had to wait through her first 3 periods, so that's where like the heat happens. So that's like why some dogs hump and other dogs don't. It's just
Rocky
like,
never got fixed. I let him keep his balls.
See, but he wasn't out in the streets humping everything.
He only humped me.
See, because he loved
you. I think it's because of separation anxiety.
That's fair.
But like, it wasn't just out of nowhere. Like, it'd be like if, you know, let's say people were over at the house and he may think like, I'm going to go out and leave with them or something. He'd be like humping my leg. This is obviously before when he had energy.
Yeah.
He was like, he didn't really do this for a while. Yeah. But like when he was younger and like I think it was around the time I like lived in the dungeon, but he stayed at my mom's house a lot.
Gotcha.
And so, like, I would go back. He missed
you.
Yeah, he missed me. So, like, there'll be, like, a month or two, whatever, a month on end sometimes where I didn't see him. And so he sees me and he's like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, where the fuck you? And he'll hump my leg. And he'll, like, but he'll he'll like wrap his whole fucking like, it's like, you're not fucking going anywhere, bitch.
Yeah. With her though, it's just that it tells me that she wants to go to sleep. Aww. She'll hug my leg or my arm a few times, and then she's like, I'm gonna go to sleep now. And then she's like, you know,
she's like, tulog na.
Yeah, chump and a dump. She's just like,
chump and a dump.
I'm just gonna go to sleep. You know what I mean? Just a little hump and a dump. Just like, and then just be like,
it's like, you know, when you masturbate before bed and like, and when you orgasm and you just feel like,
and then you're like sleepy.
Tired.
You're like, ooh, I got that endorphin. Let me go to bed.
Right.
Oh, that's it. That's the best feeling.
She is your daughter.
You get the pets that you deserve. You get the children.
Mine's kind of a bitch.
I mean, I think
she's a Sour Patch Kid.
I was about to say, I think that's what it is. I think if anything, she's teaching you. Rocky was sweet. Rocky was a very sweet, tender old.
Never bit me ever. No. Never bit anyone. Like,
he was very tender and old.
So tender.
So he was a Cancer.
He was old when he was old, but he wasn't always old.
Yeah, he was very Cancer vibes. Very sensitive, very kind, very like just loving and everything. But like Junie just is a little.
She puts me in my place.
Yeah, she's like, a little kiki. She's not a booba. She's a kiki. She's like.
She sets boundaries with me.
That's lovely to learn.
I guess.
Okay, no, fuck boundaries.
Because like she is like really sweet when you're like, you know, when you're sad. Like she does that. But sometimes like for instance when Rocky died, like I came home and I just wanted to like squeeze Junie and just lay with her. Bitch did not want to. She fucking was so mean to me that day.
She's looking at me now. She's like, is my mom?
She was just like, you're being too much. Like I was like overly, I guess, being overly
maybe she's preparing you for kids. Maybe. What if you get a teenager who's just like, you know,
she acts like a teenager.
Yeah, they're preparing you.
She is.
Teenagers are the worst, man.
How are you like as a teenager? Because my parents are traumatized by my teen years.
Are they really?
Yeah.
And my parents, you know, kudos to Claire. She was the older sister and she took all the wind out of the sails. Like once I got around, my parents were just like,
it's the older sisters, aka me, that just
yeah. I was extremely emotional because I was like undiagnosed bipolar depressive, and so it was like I was wilding out in these streets. I think my mom's biggest grief about me is I just didn't go to school. Like I just was like kicking it.
Really?
Like my social life was fire.
My social life was so good. I was the same way.
I loved high school.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was depressed, but like I had fun. I kicked it. I ran for homecoming king. I walked around the hallways with a boombox.
That one song like on TikTok was like, I was on a boat in a bikini, but I was depressed.
Yes, that's me. Yeah. That was me. I was on a boat in a bikini, but I was depressed.
Yeah.
It was me in high school. It was amazing and things. So I just like hung out. But I mean, Claire, she did it all. You know what I mean? I think when my parents came around, my mom was just like, please just graduate. Like it was just, you know, she's like.
They get tired by the time it's like the younger kids.
Yeah. And also I feel like once like my mom believed me before my dad did when it came to me being sober. Right? Mm-hmm. Like my mom was like, no, I watch her when she comes home at 2 a.m. and misses. Like I would always miss curfew because I would drop everyone off and then I would go home. So I always missed curfew. And so then finally my mom would be like, no, Charlie, I think Rose is actually sober. And so then I think once my parents realized that I was like not going the route of like my sister and like that kind of party animal, they kind of like chilled out a bit. And they were fine. I think I made my early 20s, I think, was probably a hard time for my parents because that's like rapid when like, you know,
your mental health
went down the drain, and it was like the worst of the worst was like in my early 20s.
Because it hits even more in your early 20s.
Oh yeah,
or like
absolutely.
In it
was the fucking. I hated that time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You cannot pay me to be in my early 20s again. And I think it's so. Fun. It was fun. I mean, it was great. It was the most. It was interesting. I had a lot of great memories, but like, yeah, no, that time was like a rougher time. But I was a pretty decent teenager.
Yeah.
Comparatively, I mean, Claire was just like, she was the best. She was just the best of it in the sense that she was so wild. She was like a fucking.
So she made you look more like a golden child.
Yes, and I think that's also the funny thing.
It's only just you two.
It's just us two. It's just enough. I mean, anyone who's ever
two girls,
two girls with the last name McAleese, that's enough. Like we are a lot, and there are a lot of people that kind of sometimes forget that there's only two of us because of just like
how much chaos there's been.
I mean, Claire and I are just fucking hurricanes and tornadoes. Like we are just like kicking it. So yeah, we were a lot, and I feel like my dad was just like, I got the karma. I got the daughters I deserved. Like he he fucking did it. And then I think my poor mom, no, she's not poor. She's fine. Like, but I do think that like we caused her grief in two very different ways.
Aww.
But she was like, I mean, she's turned out fine. She's still, I mean, and that's the other thing. There's a big thing that both my parents kind of came to a realization. And that was like when I had moved to LA, when no one thought that I was going to do what I was doing. Like everyone was like, you're going to move to LA and do what? You're going to try to work in television? Like, okay, like we love you, but like see you in 6 months. You know what I mean? And now fucking 10 years later. So like that was different. But I feel like once my parents came to this realization, like neither of our daughters are like terrible people. Like neither of our daughters have done anything really bad. They're not hooked on heroin. They're not living on the street. Like they were like, they're proud of the people
like,
we came
from.
Exactly.
They were just like normal human beings who just went through.
Yeah. They worried about us.
Life.
Yeah.
Some life shit. You know?
And I feel like you being a young sibling too, well, you know, your little brother aside, but the idea of when you were raised with your older siblings, this idea that like, did they ever feel like you had it easier?
No, I had it the worst.
Oh, that's right. Because you actually kicked it.
Yeah. Because because I'm the second oldest, but the first girl and the only girl, honestly. I mean, I have like a stepsister, Ariana, but she's like my dad's second marriage. She's big, huge age gap. So obviously she wasn't around when my parents are still together, raising me as a teenager. So I'm the only girl with two boys. Boys are the way that we handle coming of age is so different.
So different, night and day.
Like, again, like I wished I had an older sister to like show them the ropes when they got to me, because I just felt like I was such an outcast because I was super emotional. I was like a girl wanting to be pretty and wanting to like, and also developed boobs and shit all early. And so they were very like scared about that, like getting all pregnant. And so they were so much harder on me. And like I had a curfew up until 21, and like my brothers never had a curfew, you know? And like, granted, so my older brother, obviously like there's mental health issues there that my parents had to deal with him. However, like he was such an introvert. Like he never went outside, played basketball, did his own thing, like whatever. Me, I was like, had a lot of friends. They were like, she's probably out here in the streets.
She's kicking it.
She is kicking it. She's like
doing everything.
And I was like, always had a new boyfriend, you know what I mean? Like they definitely had a feeling that I was probably a slut, you know? And like, you always know when your daughter is a slut. And also there's that Catholic shame, just even the fact that she's owning her sexuality, you know? Like I still get kind of shamed for it now having a podcast like about sexuality. But like, yeah, like, I mean, I had boobs really early, like, you know, I cared about how I dressed, my hair, you know, I was like such a girly girl who was emotional, wanting a man's attention, you know, like all the things, like caring about what my friends think and being with my friends all the time. And so I feel like I wasn't bad because I honestly didn't drink when I was a teenager. I also had a boyfriend who like wouldn't let me. Like he was Virgo, controlling. He wasn't abusive, because if I say controlling, it sounds a little abusive, but he was in a sense like controlling. And he's just like, I don't want you to be like that. Like he would act like a third parent. If that makes sense. Yeah. No. So he was like, and he also was always someone that really cared about health and like being good at school. Like he was honestly the ideal boyfriend my parents wanted for me, because like, you know, he cared about like making sure like I got good grades and like making the right decisions, you know? But then like there's that thing inside of me that's like, I want to fuck everything and drink everything and do all the drugs.
You were holding back your natural self.
I was. And that part of me was like wanting to be a party girl. But there is this like negative perception on like a party girl, because it's like, you don't want to take, you know, they're going to ruin their life. They're not taken seriously. They're sluts or whatever. Yeah. So I think that was like, I would try to hold back. So again, that hit me obviously in my early 20s when I didn't have like a curfew anymore.
Just being a cat and knocking things over.
It's fine.
I love it.
You know.
But you didn't have a curfew anymore.
But I think the thing about me that traumatized my parents the most was I had a mouth.
Oh, and you used it.
And I used it. And so I was like the type of teenager that was like really bratty and like would answer back to my parents. And my parents are like, who the fuck? You're not your white kids. Like, you know, you can't talk to me like your white friends be talking to their parents. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? So of course they beat my ass. So,
so you still kept that mouth. That's the funny thing. That's why I'm like, like my parents never put hands on me and Claire, right? And like, but like you still had like it doesn't like the beat. I'm like
still here.
Your mouth is still here. I mean, if anything, you're getting paid to have that beautiful great mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's so funny because it's like, that idea that you were being stifled in two different ways of who you truly are and who you truly will be. And it's so funny how people's perception of like a party girl, it's like, I genuinely do think, I mean, some people have it for an extended amount of time, but like party girl is it is a phase. It's not something, there are some girls that like, I feel like live it a little longer than most people, but honestly, it's not anything to like be ashamed of. It should be like, we should really embrace the party girls.
We should embrace the party girls because you know what? When you're sad and you want to escape your reality, who the fuck do you call? Your party girlfriends.
The ones you only see at the club. Only that you've never seen that girl in daylight. No, I love that. Oh my God.
We all need a party girlfriend. And I was that friend for so many people.
Right?
And I loved it.
Oh, me too. Literally so many times I would be in bed wearing sweatpants and someone text me and be like, I need to go out. I just broke up with someone. I'd be like, fuck it. Let's go out. And you know, let's go to Numos. Right? Let's kick it.
Let's go to the Virgil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need that. You need that like shake up and everything. Yeah. You don't want to stay there. That's fine. Party girl's a vacation. It's a phase.
You get tired of it, of course. It's a phase 1000%.
But like the world needed party girls. Party girls matter. Like
party girls fucking matter.
They're so important. You know? Yeah. And they like are genuinely the just My Little Pony of optimism that this world fucking needs.
Exactly.
You know who I think of immediately as like the party girl because I'm reading her memoir right now and it's actually
Julia Fox. And she's an Aquarius.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Like just
Aquarius girls are such party girls. Let me just say, like we're the fun friends.
Yeah, you really are actually. I will say
you're like going through the line of Aquarius.
No, because now so for me it's Aquariuses and the Pisces. The Aquariuses and the Pisceses is.
Sorry, now she's being a cat. I'm scared she's gonna fuck up that wire.
Hey, is that a tampon?
Is it?
No, it's markup.
Oh, it's okay. Maybe throw it out there to the living room.
No, stop.
So she goes out there.
You ready? Go get it.
There we go.
Oh, I broke it in half.
It's fine. It's fine.
But no, there's a lot of Pisces in my life that are really good party girls.
Oh, really?
That are just like amazing. Party
Any
girl.
Sign can be a party girl, but maybe Julia Fox.
Julia Fox, she's a great party girl, and she, her memoir.
I feel like I can relate to that. Maybe I obviously didn't go through the same shit as her, but like in a sense of like being that go-to party girlfriend, you know?
Read that memoir. I know that I'm going to be posting I just finished reading one of the things, but I am absolutely obsessed with this book, and I think it's just it should be required reading in every high school in America. It's just so good. And I guess like now that I'm like we're talking about this and just like dealing with the shit I'm dealing, it's like that party girl in me is like, you know, okay, so the podcast where we were talking about the twins and we were talking about with Steph with the 3 Fs, right?
Right.
And what she represents.
She's the party girl.
She's the party girl, right? And how we were talking about what she represents, how she represented such a depressive time. You got through that time because of Steph with the 3 Fs.
Because the party girl, yeah.
Right? And so it's like right now I'm in this state and I'm sitting here with you having this realization where I'm like, I am so sad about my friend breakup. But I know that Rose and Junie out there playing with whatever the fuck she's playing with. She's having so much fun. Oh, the markup went under the door and now it's in your room.
That's fine.
That's an update for the people at home that are keeping
my
score.
Cat has a zoomies right now, so if you guys just hear a ruckus in the back, it's my cat.
She's being a party girl.
She's being a party girl. And we don't want to shame her for it, okay? We
don't want to shame her for it. I think that's what it is. I think that like I'm getting this like weird, you saw me. This is not the person that walked in.
Yeah.
your house and just talking about this idea of these party girls, it's man, it's like Effie from Skins. Like, I loved that bitch.
Yeah.
She was everything, you know. It's
what's another party girl character?
I do feel like, you know, there are times, even though I have my issues with the show Euphoria and I don't really like the show Euphoria, I do love, like, Jules as a party girl.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
She was kicking it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think all of them were.
Yeah, all of them were good.
They're different versions of types of party girls. Like,
and party girls is the positivity of it all. Just like fucking dance it away. You know, like just rave it out.
Exactly.
Just like
have a good time.
Twerk it away, you know?
Yeah.
I think she's definitely a party girl. I think I don't know why this one came to mind, but like Grace Jones, I feel like is an ultimate party girl. I mean, she used to just be this like avant-garde, like hula hooping naked on stage, like with Andy Warhol and shit. Like, you know, like there's so many.
Excuse me, sorry,
that sneeze was a party girl sneeze for sure. But yeah, just there's something about that. I just want to bring it back. I miss that party girl lifestyle.
And I think if I, you know, when I have a daughter, just based off of like how I was raised, like, and what I would try to do differently is like, if I do have a daughter that is like showing, you know, signs of party girl symptoms.
Yes, right.
Like,
they're listed
I think
below.
that I would nurture that, you know, because obviously, like I said, there's so many great aspects of being a party girl, but there also, again, there are those downfalls, right? Like shit. I've experienced a lot of shit because I was a party girl that is really negative and scary, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, but I wish someone would have just like instilled in me, you know, like instead of just being like, don't do it and stay away from like drinking and drugs, being like, wait, like if you're going to do it. So let's find ways. Let's make sure like I instill this in my daughter to know that like, you know, to make sure not to like get too drunk or to abuse certain things and to like make sure you're with the right people. Because,
that's big.
Because even when, you know,
test your drugs. That's the thing you got to tell kids nowadays.
Know your limits. Yeah. You know, like it's okay to like,
it's okay to seek it out and it's okay to partake in it, but it's limits and it's just boundaries. You know what I mean? And it, like you said, it's like, hey, if you want to go do this, like, let's, you know, do it safely.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of like a rite of passage in a way. But you're right. I think there's the parameters. And also I feel like with the whole party girl symptoms and all, it is also nice to have that moment of someone seeing the party girl syndrome and then just being like, but are you okay? Like,
right.
What are you working through?
Exactly. Because a lot of times it is coming from, for instance, like the reason why I want to be a party girl so bad is because I was so sheltered. I wasn't allowed to do anything. So being a party girl was like this sense of freedom away from like what was expected of me.
Yeah. And it's a safe place. It helped you get through that. It's almost like she is your like guide through this like depressive thing. And then at the end of it, you really do, you know, your real friends are going to be the ones that are like, oh, what's happening? You want to talk about it? Like, are you know, you've been partying a lot. That's kind of saying something. And you could be like, no, I just really just need it. And your real friends would be like, okay, you just need it. But like you're saying, just having the conversations of it and just like walking them through it. I mean, I think honestly, as we're talking about this entire thing, I think that's like what I am just fearful of in general is I don't care if I have a girl or a boy or anything in between. Right? Yeah. Any gender. I just want there to be a healthy kid, but I just fear in the way of how does one raise a child, right? Because my mother, everyone loves K-Dot. She's an amazing mom. She did everything. Me and Claire still have our issues with her, right? Like there are things where I'm like, you could have done that, like, but she's not perfect. But it's just like, I just am so scared because it's like you will do something wrong,
right?
I can't even cope or handle a friend breakup. I don't know how the hell I'm going to handle my kid not talking to me. Like if this friend that's treating me like that's a teenager basically. And that just like that just really, I just don't have those resources yet. And that just really scares me, I think. And I'm just like kind of realizing that.
Yeah, the anxiety of just like, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I just want to raise a good person. I just want, you know what I mean? You just want your kids to be happy and healthy. And so it's just like, it's terrifying. And especially in this day and age, I mean, I'm just gonna say it's terrifying to be a woman.
Yeah.
It's scary. You know what I mean? It's the world. You're Keke Palmer saying, hey, my man abused me. And they're like, why didn't she tell us soon enough? And then you have someone like Cassie comes forward.
What is that?
I don't know.
No one's home.
Hello?
Ryan? Was that my phone or something?
No. What was that? It sounded like a ringtone. Did someone leave their phone here?
No, because Brian was been texting me. No one's been.
I hate that I just said it's scary to be a woman and then that shit happened.
I know.
Junie, go investigate.
She's even like, I ain't going out there.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
You don't have an iPad? You don't have a ring light? You don't have like a...
I mean, he had maybe like, but his thing, but like it looked like it was off or like nothing like, you know, the screen would still be lit or something.
Well, don't you have a window by your kitchen? Could it have been someone walking by?
I mean, it felt so close.
It felt like it was in the kitchen.
Right.
But you could see your kitchen from here.
And there's nothing. That's so creepy.
Is there a
ghost? If there is a ghost, please don't show yourselves.
Oh,
don't let
no.
yourselves
but
be
thank
known.
you so much. But please
Thank you for visiting. Bye.
Thank you for visiting. Goodbye.
The fuck?
Oh, we should talk about Catholic guilt.
Anyways,
Cassie. Maybe that's Diddy. Maybe that was Diddy trying to shut me up talking about Cassie. But then you have Cassie that says, and people are like, why isn't she telling a student? Like, oh my God, she's holding. But it's like, you just can never win. You can just never win as a woman. You just can't win. So it's like, I always love it. I tease you about how you want to have a baby. I want you to have a baby because I want to see you that happy. I know that having a kid would make you really happy. And I know all this amazing wisdom that you've created and have made on this podcast is going to be an amazing thing for the kids to look back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want that to happen to you because I know you're going to be an amazing mom.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I love seeing that in my friends. And I think it's just a fear I think I have. And I think a lot of women who don't necessarily think they want to have kids either don't know that might share that opinion. You know what I mean? That's just the idea that it's just like, it's just hard. It's just hard to be a person. I can't imagine raising one.
Yeah. I mean, the world's fucked up right now. So
girl, the world.
Yeah. Like when I think about that, obviously it scares me from like having a kid, and also to think like, yeah, like, you know, we're all going to fuck up our kids somehow. Like we're always going to look at our parents and be like, you could have done this better. But it's like, they were just doing the best that they could.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
So I'm sure like when my kids grow up, they're going to be like, Mom, we could have done this better. And I'm like, well, bitch, I tried. Okay.
I mean, that's the other thing is that you just also then hope that you raise kids that are also then sympathetic. You know what I mean? Like on that episode where we talked about our parents and we talked about your mom, and it was like, you still like, I mean, you're like, I still love her. She's my mom. Right. You know, it's hard for sure. But then it's also like, you're like,
I'm not going to beat my kids.
See, like, then there's things you're not going to do like your parents that you know that are like, that never helped me.
Yeah.
That's not going to help anyone.
Like, I know I'm going to like fuck up my kids somehow, whatever, like, because I'm whatever. But
everyone does. No one's perfect.
But I just know, and I told my mom this too. I was like, I'm not going to like beat my kid. I'm not going to hit my kids like the way that you like did, whatever. And she was just like, okay, you say that. And that's a good like goal. She's like, but every kid is different. And you might have a kid that like needs that hitting. And I was just like, that's fucked up, because I was the kid. I was the one from all my siblings that got beat up the most. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't think I deserved that.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't have that always blew my mind. This idea of like having your parent, like, I think because my parents obviously never did it, because my mom got like spanked when she was a kid, but my dad like was abused by his mother. I mean, that woman was god awful. My grandmother waterboarded my dad. Like she was
waterboarded.
Yeah, she poured My dad doesn't talk about it. My aunt does. But like, she was abusive as fuck, right? And so I think he was just like, it does not matter. That person, like, and I think also in my mind, my dad was like, I'm not gonna let someone smaller than me get me to a point where I feel like I need to put hands on them. You know what I mean? Like he's just like you're not gonna win. You know, for him it was a pride thing for sure. I feel like I joke about it, but I just never understood it. I also do think though, the reason why I think my dad never had to put on hands on us is that he would just give me and my sister a look, and Claire and I would be like,
oh, I mean, we got the looks too.
And that,
but I think my mom just like, I think low key, like, I think she just didn't know how to take her anger sometimes. And a lot of it is obviously because she also got like hit too as a kid. So it's like, you kind of repeat what you know. And I think, I don't know, I just felt like my mom just definitely had like, she just would get more hot-headed like quickly. And so I think, I don't know, and I just was always the kid that got her there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, because I had this conversation with my mom, and she always said that some, you know, like she's like, she apologized for hitting me all those years. But she said like a lot of times like she would hit me and she would just go in the closet and cry because she just felt so bad.
Wow.
And I'm just like in my head, I'm like, why would you do it still if you felt so bad, you know? And I think that's just sometimes she just couldn't control it. Like she just was like,
she just snapped,
you know? And I think that I was just like the easy target because, you know, she also said with like my older brother, like he definitely, sorry guys, it's getting really deep. We're like,
I know, here you go. So much for the party girls.
Sorry for the party. We're also cry girls too.
They left with the weird Nicki Minaj song. Okay, yes. Like she was like deuces, ghosts.
I know we're also party girls. We're also cry babies too. Okay,
I mean honestly, cry baby party. You know what I mean? Party babies.
Party babies. Anyways, but so my mom was, you know, saying that like they always had so much worry about my older brother because of his like mental health issues and everything. So there's a lot of like grace for him because they were really just trying to like, I guess they didn't understand what was going on a lot of times. So they're always trying to like make him feel better and give him the most attention, I guess you could say. And then with my younger brother, you know, he's just like cute and makes everyone laugh and also just like tries to stay out of the way. Like Rhett is someone is like, I'm not trying to get into drama.
Yeah.
I see what my older siblings are doing. Let me just make it easier and like let me
kick
it over here. Yeah. He was the peacekeeper. He was like the comedy relief. Like he was hilarious. And then, you know, with me, I'm just like the middle child / only girl. So I'm like, you know, the person to go to, I guess you could say. So I took a lot of...
you were the scapegoat. You were like...
I was the scapegoat.
You took a lot of the
And she's admitted
stress.
that, you know. She was just like, a lot of times felt like there's nothing I could do. I just would take it out on you because you were an easy target kind of a way.
Dude, it's like, so fascinating how that like happens sometimes.
I know. I like cried so much of that conversation because I was just like... Whoa, because she like my mom never talks about like feelings, but just one day when I told her I was going to therapy because of all of the trauma that she's put in my life, she's just like trauma dumped on me and told me she was sorry. So
wow,
I know.
How did you feel after that?
I felt like things clicked, and then also like. Obviously like sad, and also it would like it also showed me like a different perspective, you know, that like God, I hate crying, but I also love crying, but I don't want to cry because I want to like tell my story, you know. But it's also like, you know, give me a minute to like
take your time
to breathe before I say these things. But I was like for the first time didn't view my mom as a mother. I viewed her as a woman. A person, a human going through things that she just, you know, was just trying to make the best of the situation.
That's huge.
You know?
A lot of people can't
like,
do
wait,
that.
she wasn't happy in a marriage, you know, and she wasn't. And also have to realize too is that even though my dad is the greatest man ever, like he's the best man, you know, I love him. He shows me so much love. My dad is also a man and a person, and like, and not that he was like a shitty husband by any means. He just, obviously, they weren't compatible in a lot of ways. And I think that he didn't fulfill her in a lot of ways and whatever. So like, So it was like for the first time, I just like looked at her as like a woman that I related with.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever been married or had kids, but because like I'm older now and I'm able to understand like
you have empathy.
Yeah, the concepts of relationships and like how, you know, or just going through something difficult and just trying to like survive through it. Like I was able to empathize with her.
Yeah. And
Junie knows.
Junie knows. Junie, you're such a good little daughter.
I know.
She's such a great daughter. I know, right? She's a little teenager. She
Until
knows.
she bites me.
Until she knocks over your drink.
I know. But yeah, so that was like.
But that's huge. Yeah. A lot of people can't see their parents as people, you know, and sometimes that comes as like a last resort. I would ever
be able to see her in that way.
Yeah, but it got when it happened though, it seemed it got you to a point of resolution.
Yeah, for sure. Like, obviously I still have my moments where I'm like, why? But I think for the most part, it like healed me a lot of ways. I almost felt like, do I even need therapy now? Like,
I mean, yeah.
You know, I mean, I had to process that conversation through therapy. However,
yes.
But like,
and the other thing about therapy is like when those feelings come back up, you're like, oh, I still need that toolbox that they helped me. Because like you said, when that feeling comes back and you're like, what the fuck? You're like, oh, okay.
But let me remind myself.
What is forgiveness? Right. You know?
And so, yeah, that definitely like changed the perspective of like, yeah, like, because you know, I only have my experience being in the family, but to now see eyes through someone else's experience in the family, if that makes sense, you know?
No, completely makes sense.
Like, I was like, oh, like she's not
an outsider
just
looking
my mom.
In. Yeah.
Like she's not just this mom figure who has to do everything perfect. Like she was this person that was like given these circumstances. And again, sometimes we don't know what the future holds. And when things get brought up and you know, you have kids can be fucking difficult, you know, or you're not happy in a marriage or whatever. Like it's hard.
It is.
And so for so long, like for so long, I was like, I like shamed her so much for like breaking up the family, for like divorcing my dad. Cause I'm like, how would you divorce my dad? My dad's the greatest man ever. Poppy's great. Like, how dare you? You know, my mom was always the villain in my eyes for so long. And also like, I think when it was like that for me in an early age, but I think like when the divorce happened, I feel like all, you know, my dad and my brothers, like obviously then started villainizing my mom as well too. And so when like just hearing her talk and hearing that perspective and realize that she like chose herself for the first time to break something off and to like continue a life that like just wasn't suiting her anymore.
She chose herself,
you know, which like
could look selfish, but then also where so does
brave, you know. And like that's why I tell people, I'm like, because I used to be scared of marriage too. I think that also like healed my like fear of marriage, because I was like, I don't want to go through divorce. That's so scary. But it's like, if I ever, obviously I'm going to keep working hard and never give up on the marriage. Like, you know, I'm not someone that just gives up on my partner. But if we're ever just so unhappy, it's like, it's okay to like choose yourself and to like end something.
Yeah.
You know, like why stick through something that like really just makes you so unhappy to the point where you're lashing out on your kids and you're beating your fucking kids and you're treating people like a certain way, you know, because it's like it was more toxic while you were together versus like actually now choosing yourself. And you know, she was single for a long time and like traveled the world. She still loves to travel now. She's like wants to get an RV home and just like she wants to do the van life.
Oh god.
Like that's my mom now.
Oh, mom.
But she's, you know, like when she was single, she like would go on solo trips and like do the whole eat, pray, love thing, you know? So yeah, I see my mom as a human now, but for so long it was like fun up ish.
I know. And it's, I mean, yeah, it's hard to get to that point and not everyone does. I mean, I think it's just a nice reminder. It's your favorite word, compartmentalizing.
Compartmentalizing.
Gesundheit. But that idea that you can do that, because that is where a lot of the healing comes from, is, you know, that idea of if I can take her out of the situation, then I can take myself out of the situation. And now I just see it as a mother and a daughter. Okay, now I just see it as two people. Now I see it with two people with their own baggage. Now I see their bag. Like, you know what I mean? You can just like move out from there. And that I will say, though, you handled it with such grace, because that's hard to do. What you did, not everyone has been able to do or can do. So you really should just be so proud of yourself and applaud yourself.
I just hate that, like, I cry about every time I talk about it. It makes me cry. And not that because I'm like still healing from it. I mean, it's
just emotional.
It's just like such a like deep cut.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, you know, here we were talking about the friend breakups at the beginning. It's just a lot of history. It's a lot of, here we are trying to sum up our every time you have a podcast episode, it's like sum up your entire life in an hour, basically, right?
Yeah.
And so for you, it's all those emotions and all those feelings that come flooding back, and it's the pain and it's the anger, but then that sweet relief of you crying is because you broke through to the other side, which is just honest forgiveness of, I get it. You tried your best. I want to be the opposite of you when I have kids, but I saw what you tried to do.
Yeah.
And I applaud you for that.
Yeah.
That's a lot. You know, we can't like dismiss those feelings. It's like you cry about it because it's tender. You know, it's pressing a bruise. You know, the bruise is going to heal no matter what, but it's still a bruise. Yeah. And so it's like when you bring up those memories, of course it's going to flush you with like emotions. Sure. We're both very sensitive people.
I know. It was just also like fascinating me was like the whole time she's talking about it, like she like just didn't cry. And for me, I'm like
bawling your eyes out.
I mean, like I'm holding it in because I mean, obviously I am crying, but it's like I was like holding it in, like and just listening. Like I wasn't even really like saying much when she was just like telling me everything, but she was just saying it with so much like matter of fact, you know, like, yeah, it was like this. And like, you know, I mean, it was in a very sweet voice, but I was like, if that was me, I would have been like, like I'm just such a crybaby, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh my God. But I'm sure she's had to be strong for so long.
Yeah,
so.
There you go. She's had to maybe swallow a lot of sadness because she doesn't have time for it. You know what I mean? I
just don't think she easily tears up as much as I do. I think she just deals with sadness in a different way. I don't know.
I do. I am so jealous of those people.
Right.
Just like you don't
they
cry.
Don't cry all the time. I mean, maybe she did behind closed doors, but like
it's probably that really beautiful stoic crying where it's like I'm just talking and then just tears are just coming down my eyes. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could be that person. I'm such an ugly crier.
I'm such an ugly crier. Like, oh. God. And I just like I love to cry, but also like hate when I need to cry in the middle of a story. I'm like, let me just get through this.
Dude, you know how many times I've been at work where I've wanted to say something and just say it really passionately, and then I find myself getting choked up and being like, I'm not even crying because I'm just like this just touches me. Yeah. And then I just have to be like, I don't want to say the pitch anymore. It's a stupid idea. You know, it's so dumb. Or like when you're frustrated at work, the amount of times that I was frustrated at work, especially when I worked at Freight 151 and I had to talk up, and the whole idea was I was only crying because my body was so frustrated, it didn't know what else to do.
Right.
So it was just like humanized crying at work.
But they say that the people that cry the most are the strongest ones. I'm like,
are we?
It was like,
I'm sorry.
I mean, what's your definition of strong here?
I'm about to say, if that's true, then I'm a fucking triathlon. Or
I mean, if you think about it, like
I'm an Olympic crier. If that's strength,
right? I mean, if you think about it,
Creed 1, 2, and 3. If that's strength. Are you
2,
kidding me?
I mean, if you think about it, it is really strong because how many times do we cry and we're like, fuck, I don't want to cry. Like people don't like to like really cry, you know, like they don't just, but for us to just like feel an emotion and allow our bodies to react to it, like that's like really, I think, powerful to let go. I think it's easier to like act too cool.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess you're right. Yeah, that's a really good point.
And to shut it off, it's like,
I know, and then it adds
Judy likes to cry.
Does she? Does she like to cry?
Does she be crying in the mornings when she wants her tuna? And she wakes me up at fucking 4 a.m.
4 a.m.?
Yeah, she'll attack us. That's why we had to put that thing on the door there, because if you see it, like, or because like
I was wondering about that dumbbell.
Yeah, because she like scratches the cart. We have to like kick her out in the mornings because like she will wake us up at like 4 for tuna.
Hey, don't fucking do that.
and she'll bite me. She'll bite my face, so she'll keep biting me until I wake up.
You live with a serial killer. Living with a cat psycho. Is living with a serial killer.
Like, because they're nocturnal, so they're just like...
They're bats. They're literal, just little vampire bats.
Yes.
Do you know what my dog does it for, Liam?
What?
She gets under the sheets of my bed, farts, and then passes out. She sleeps.
I know.
She sleeps.
Yeah.
All she does.
I mean, she sleeps a lot, but
in the daytime, though.
Yeah. No. Everyone who's a cat owner, y'all know the struggle.
You know what I will say, though? Okay, this is going to be like maybe my last little thought. It's just really random.
Okay. We're over an hour.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I forgot we're recording.
I hope you finished your laundry. Remember to put your laundry. For the people listening to this podcast doing laundry, remember to take your stuff out of the washing machine and put it in the dryer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot to do that. It kept it there overnight.
Hey.
But thank God it was only just my bathroom mat and not a whole load. But fuck, I remember I went to go pee at 2 a.m. and I was like, fuck, I forgot to take it out of the washer.
You know what? And you should make this as a TikTok clip. Hey, do you have clothes in your washing machine right now? Go put them in your dryer. Okay?
Especially if you live in an apartment.
Oh, girl, you don't want your shit stolen.
Or if you have roommates.
I had an old roommate who, when I lived in the other house that literally was down the street from my house now. But anyways, when I had she told me about how she had a roommate that would steal her underwear in the washing. And she was like, could you not, I remember when I interviewed with her, she was like, hey, can you just not steal my underwear? And I was like, I would never steal your underwear. But it was just because of the whole having shared washing or dryer. And I was like, also, I was like, what a weird thing to see. What? Just underwear? Was she wearing? I don't know. But hey, no kink shaming. Just don't steal shit. But
right.
My last little tidbit. I have a theory. Okay. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. If cat people and dog people.
I'm a dog person too. I just don't have a dog anymore.
But if you know how there's people that are like, ew, dogs are disgusting.
I hate people like that.
Cats are disgusting. But if they got together, animals. We would win. I honestly think that's the last great debate that we need to just get over. I just think the unifying, that's just where it is. Because it's if you take the loyalty of a dog person to the crazy, I'll fucking murder you in your sleep of a cat person, that honestly could just win.
I feel like
everything.
I feel like cat people don't really shame dog people that much.
Girl, no, you're on the wrong side of TikTok. Really? That is not true. Yes.
Because dog people shame cat people so much more.
No. I'm telling you right now. No. I'm telling you right now. Girl, the amount of times that I have seen dog videos where I look in the comments and cat people are like, dogs are stupid. They don't get as many, why is this video getting more likes? Why do people like dog videos? No, this shit talking is, because it's TikTok and it's way easier to be immature in the privacy of your own home. Taking your washing machine from your dryer to your laundry. But I'm just telling you, no. Okay. It's I think I will say though, maybe it's I'll give you a 60-40. I think dog people are maybe a little more. A little bit more. I'll do a 60-40.
Cats are so awful. They don't even know anything. And I feel like dog people, when they're around cats for the first time or just ever, they're like, I don't. And I used to be like this too. They're like, I don't understand. I don't know what their language means.
Yes.
And you're just it is really confusing if you've only grown up with dogs or have been around dogs.
Yeah.
But once you find that cat that you connect with, game over. Because
dude,
for me,
that's a ride or die bitch right there.
Yeah. For me, she's a little psycho, but for me, it was.
But don't you want that psycho on your side?
Exactly. She's on my side. But Kelsey, my old roommate, she had a cat, and that was the first cat. Because before I never lived with the cat, I never was really around them, and I really got to know her because I would take care of her all the time, and I was like, cats are the fucking best. Because that cat was so sweet.
Yes.
Honest, she wouldn't bite me like this one. But she was just the sweetest thing. So again, when I would be sad, she'd lay on me. I'd feel her purr.
I'm telling you, man.
I really got super close to her, and once I understood them, I was like, okay, they're the greatest,
Yeah, so, I grew up with cats. I love cats. I really do.
Yeah,
they scare me because I respect them.
Yeah, because there are some. No. Boundaries.
I didn't know that I was a dog person until I met my sister's dog, and now I love my dog. So now I'm I think, but I'm telling you, man, fuck both. The war versus cats versus dogs. There's a more important war happening right now. I just think the cat and dog people just need to come together.
Yeah, they do. Honestly, I love them both. I love cats and dogs. For their own reasons.
For their own reasons.
Yeah.
And I love when cats are friends with dogs. Because,
And they could become friends.
They become besties.
Possible. So.
I know. Not my dog.
Well, maybe if you got like a kitten.
I would love to get a kitten. I would love to get the kitten.
I think Bats I think Bats needs to be like the older one first, and then get like a little.
That is true because
a kitten has to adjust to Bats.
Yes, and Bats doesn't have to just. For sure. Because when my sister's dog visited us a couple times, Bats is always like, "When does it leave?" Like it's just always like, and like Lucy's awkwardly. Older, and Lucy's a golden girl. Yeah. Okay, she walks 10 steps and then gives up, and she sprawls her body out. She's shaped like a soup can, and so like she's not like Bats is always like, let's go.
Bats is like,
so she needs someone younger than her.
Bats is a party girl.
Bats is a party girl, and I can't wait to go. That's my favorite thing though, is when I come home and she's all like, "Where have you been? What have you done? What have you done? Here, did you see this toy of mine? Did you see this toy of mine?" So she's a party girl. So yeah. Takeaways: friend breakups suck. Party girls are the shit. They rule. They help us through things. And cat and dog people, come on, you guys,
come together.
Let's come together.
Well, plug yourself.
Oh yeah.
One day I will have plugs for you to plug.
Oh my God, Brian! Thank God you're home. Because I was about to be like, should I stay if the ghosts come back? Like I was gonna be like, we can't finish this episode until.
Well, no, Brian's now excited to see you. So
we can hang out. You can find me Rose_Edistone at Instagram and sometimes Twitter, or the new blog on the block. Oh yeah, no, I will always call it Twitter.
So Fuck Elon
Musk.
X.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as Twitter, or the new blog on the block.com.
Yay! And then follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to BrokeGirlTherapy.com. All that shit is there. And also, guys, follow me or subscribe to my Patreon. I have bonus episodes and ad-free episodes on there as well. Okay, bye. Love you. I hope you cried. Let us know. Comment below if you did. Okay,
yes,
bye.
We love that.
Broke Girl Therapy.